Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kelvin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and welcome back to the Advice Arena for part 2 of my Prophet Paladin run, so named after the Nerubian Prophet in my deck. Here's a quick look at the deck list from Divine Strength down to Murloc Knight, and finally from Stand Against Darkness down to Eldritch Horror. I don't love this list. We got some pretty poor card selections, so the average card quality is rather low. The curve's a little awkward on the 3 spot, but we do have some pretty powerful early game, and if things go well, we can run people over as we did in the second game, our first win of the deck so far. So all that said, let's go ahead and jump right back into the action and see how we continue to fare. I'd like this deck to get at least 4 wins or so. The card quality is pretty low, so I don't hope for much higher than that. Nothing about it screams wins, but I think it's probably consistently good enough to at least win a fair amount of games. If we can find a game, that is. As long as we get that Shielded Minibot on 2, I think we'll be good to go. That's really the key turn, isn't it? Shielded Minibot's always the best card to have on 2. So, alright, we've got a Mage, so our Eater of Secrets that we hated to draft might actually be halfway decent. This isn't a bad hand, honestly. We can keep these. This is a pretty powerful combo. I don't know that we need to Earth Entering. We have so many other 3-drops that we're very likely to draw one by the time we need to play it. And this one doesn't really fit well with what we're trying to accomplish. A more powerful 3-drop could be good. These are some good 4-drops as well. So let's see how this goes. If he doesn't play a 1-drop, I might just play the Abusive Sergeant on 1 and wait to coin out one of these bad boys. I could also coin out the Shielded Minibot and hope that the Abusive Sergeant next turn allows it to trade up more efficiently. But I don't think I like that line quite as much. This could force him to waste his turn 2 on a ping, which it might sound like I'm sending this out to die, but that means I just have the board initiative back, essentially. Gives him a slight card advantage, but we have the coin, so forcing him to hero power just gives me the board back. Plus, I can actually coin the Seal of Champions and trade or just ignore his minion altogether as well. That's also fine. That's scary if he has a way to activate it. If not, we may never kill it because we don't have any AoE. If he has a Taunt Giver, of course, it's going to be annoying. So he wastes his turn 3 instead. That's honestly even better. What's that going to be, though? He's handling that card. He's thinking about something. That's good to get. I'm actually going to coin out the Murloc Knight here. He could, like, Frostbolt ping it. But that would use his entire turn 4. And if he doesn't kill it, I can give it the Seal of Champions to make it even harder to kill. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, but I have some good cards to follow up, including the True Silver next turn. So if he can't kill it right now, I'm in a good spot. He's going to Iron Beak Owl it. That's honestly not the worst thing ever. It's honestly not. Just because it does allow me to develop more stuff. Probably just going to trade and Seal of Champions and go face. This is going to be hard for him to kill, even if it's not producing extra value. I don't need to True Silver yet because the True Silver has charge in essence, and I can always do that in the future. I think I'll just do this. 6-4 with Divine Shield is nothing to scoff at, particularly when you've already wasted your turn 4 just halfway dealing with it. Like he just removed the upside, not the minion. So now it's even harder. Like, imagine if he polymorphs. He'd use 8 mana on this 1 minion, basically. We'll probably just play the Tuskar Jouster next turn, unless the True Silver will kill whatever he plays. Standing Against Darkness isn't bad if we get it out before the AoE turns, but Blizzard is next turn. So weird that he chose to ping that instead of ping this. It's really alarming. I don't think he has Blizzard or he wouldn't have pinged that. So I'm going to play these. And obviously I'm going to go face because I have nothing else to attack. His deck is all like building up for the late game. So we have a chance to just kind of push him over. Because we have a lot of damage on the board and 4 in hand. We have 8 plus 5 is 13 damage. He's committing so much mana to stuff. I think we're just going to have lethal here, it looks like. Even Arcane Missiles may not save him. It's amazing that we don't have like that many fewer cards than him. Where have all his cards gone? Oh, where's Eater of Secrets? Show yourself. So we'll test for Vapor. Okay. I guess we won't. It must not have been a relevant secret. We're going to test for Vaporize, of course, and then test for Ice Block, Ice Barrier, all that stuff. Alright, so like I said, as long as we get that Shield of Minibot on too, I think we're good. So, 2 decisive wins so far. I think that's how this deck is going to work. It's either going to be super decisive fast wins, turn 5 or 6, 7, or long drawn-out losses, where we don't have the card draw or the late game to keep up. But we'll see. We actually do have a surprising amount of burst damage inadvertently with the Reckless Rocketeer, the Seal of Champions, the True Silver. We can kind of do like 12 damage out of nowhere with those cards across all 3 of them. Not that we can play them on the same turn, but... Tim 900,420. I'll get it out of there. Oh, look who's here. So we'll send the Heckler back, just looking for something a little better. We might get something worse too, but that's actually pretty good. We'll probably play the Voodoo Doctor on 1. It might force him to coin Hero Power, which wastes the coin and lets us get the Shield of Minibot out. A lot of people feel really compelled to kill those 1-drops, particularly if they're playing a 2-drop with 2 health. Could also signal that he is playing a 2-drop with 2 health, which makes the Shield of Minibot especially good because it will trade into that for free. So we'll just have to obviously wait and see how it goes. Still, this one's better. We'll heal him for fun. Whoops. This one's better on both of these than this is, because this has trouble healing the Minibot because it's not likely to take damage, and it has trouble healing the Haunted Creeper just because it's a lot of little 1/1s and stuff. So the Abusive Sergeant will definitely help us in the future. He did not choose to coin, so he may be saving up for a 3-drop. The Abusive Sergeant could trade up very nicely here. A swipe is going to hurt us really bad in this scenario. That's what happened to the 1 loss we have so far, so he's just going to Hero Power here. Yikes. I'd love to see a 3-drop, because I don't really want to play my Abusive Sergeant for nothing. I probably will anyway, just to get stats onto the board. We have a 4-drop too that's a taunt, so... Swipe is still going to hurt pretty bad playing this into Swipe, but we need to start doing damage, frankly. We need to start winning the game. Hopefully this lives till my Clockwork Knight turn. That'd be sick. It might with the taunt and other targets out there. He still got the coin, so we could see like coin, Drew the Claw be actually really tough to deal with. Coin Grizzly is not the worst ever. Divine Strength is pretty cool, but I don't get to play a 4-drop if I do it. I think I'm better off running in these 2. It might seem weird to do 4 damage when I could have obviously lined it up to do 3, but this is a much better swipe board because I have a 4 health thing out. If I'd killed the Haunted Creeper and the Divine Shield, then I would have more minions out, but they all would have been susceptible to swipe. So this is slightly more resilient. I do hope this lives because the Clockwork Knight's going to be a great play if it does. Oh... You killed the one thing I care about, man. So random. He still has the coin, too, so... that's actually a pretty good turn. He took a lot of damage, and we're going to get a minion out, though, so I'm feeling okay. We just need to not draw totally dead. That's a pretty good draw. We can obviously play this guy. I don't think we have one other mech, but we're not going to wait all day. This is a reactive card. These 2 are, so we got to get the minion out. We're going to lose or win the game real soon. It just depends on these next couple turns. If we can get him down to 5 or 6 or whatever. Well, okay. Probably just trade into that. Coin something. What's he going to coin for a 3? Oh, okay, okay. That's a little better. That might actually be worth... that's sort of good. Well, this might actually be worth Aldor Peacekeeping to keep this at 4 health. We can also kill this with the Haunted Creeper with the Divine Strength, and it will live as well. But it'd be pretty swipe susceptible, but I don't think I care too much. I mean, even swiping leaves me with 5 damage on the board, right? He'd be able to hero power, so I guess it'd leave me with 4 damage on the board, or even less. He could... No, 4. It'd leave me with 4 damage on the board. This gets a little cheaper, but we'll probably play it next turn anyway. We could play it in hero power, so that's nice. If he doesn't have swipe, we're in a great spot. Big taunts could get in the way, but it's only turn 6, so that's not likely to happen just yet. Oh, he might have the swipe. He's signaling swipe a little bit with that. That's not swipe, though. We're in a good spot. Really, really good spot. So we can do 7, 10 damage. We can also trade in. I don't think I can play that the same turn. I hero power and Haunted Creeper. Okay, so he just thinks he's lost. Must have had a really awkward hand. Like, what was it? All late game cards? I don't know. No swipe apparently, or he probably would have held on. So all right, another win. Another win. Cool. So we're up to 3-1. Honestly, with the average quality of the cards of this list, 3 wins feels fine. I don't think I'm going to be too salty, regardless of the outcome here. But we seem to be getting off to pretty good starts, so maybe we should be a little hopeful for more. We're definitely going to have a game where we have a dead mulligan, though. I can feel that coming before too long. We'll keep the River Croc and the Farseer, since we know we don't know if we have a great 2-drop yet. The Farseer could heal up. It's more likely to be able to heal something with 3 health. Could matter. This is pretty good opening hand, though. Honestly, we can do some cool shenanigans. And 3 health minions are way better against Rogue than 2 health minions. Because of a little card called Backstab, which can just totally delete your 2-drop and gain a huge tempo advantage for the Rogue. So, at least with 3 health minions, if they do Backstab, they probably have to weapon up as well, which can really slow them down. We can probably coin 2 into 2 into 3 and make something good happen eventually. I think I want to coin the River Croc out first instead of the Amani Berserker, because I want the Amani to be a little closer to the Shattered Sun, because could really disrupt his plans to kill the Amani that way. So we do this into this. That could make a significant difference. Okay, we'll just kill that. Play this. So he can weapon this. He could like backstab weapon. He could, eviscerate. There's all kinds of stuff that could happen here, but we're honestly in a good spot. Whichever one lives, we can do something with it. We can heal this one. That thing is actually pretty troublesome, to tell you the truth. I can buff this up and kill that. But this goes to 1 health again. It's like a 6-1. Which is not that exciting. That thing's annoyingly good right now, honestly. I could just buff that and go face. He could trade into my Shattered Sun for free. I think I'm better just dealing with this. It may force him to have to weapon, and that means he might have to take, 6 damage, basically, and deny his turn 4. And he can't backstab it or anything, so... If he has a way to kill it without the weapon, like Phantom Knives or something, it's going to help. But I think he'll have to weapon. Yeah, he does. Okay. So that's actually not the worst thing ever. We killed a minion with it, and he took a ton of damage. So we'll just play our 4-drop and trade. We're in a decent spot, but not quite as ahead as I'd like to be. I'd like to be ahead more than 1 minion, basically. It just depends on what kind of card quality he has up there. If we can trade here and like heal hero power or heal 2-drop, we might be good. If this dies on the trade, which it's likely to at 4 health, that's definitely still worth killing. Infested Tauren's not any better than Clockwork Knight, so we'll just here trade. He can coin a 7-drop now, I guess. But he's unlikely to have a really good 7-drop, so. We have a 6, couple 3s, we have options, but still we're not that ahead. I need to be more ahead or I think we're going to lose. We just don't have the card quality at this point to be this far behind and not... I think we'll Infested Tauren to deny the clean trade here. I don't have any way to ping this off or anything. He may still get the clean trade, but this will at least disrupt his plans a little bit. We could play the Archmage too, but I don't have any spell damage to help, and I still won't have a way to do 1 damage to that. This gives me more little minions to help set up better trades. Obviously, he can kind of use his weapon to kill this, probably, but there's also the 2/2. So there's like 3 little minions that might chip the health of this down, which sets up this trade. Even if he removes it with like an Eviscerate and trades that way, I still have more ways to hit it that. Also just get 5 face damage this way, so that never hurts. We may come to a scenario where we really have to hit hard. What's that going to be? Oh, Tinkers. Nice. Oh, geez, Louise. He kind of... Well, he didn't really take a risk. He had to do it that way, of course. But, oh, he's going face with that. I think that's wrong. He may not know our deck, but that's actually just wrong. We have so many heals. Okay, so I can trade here. And I can trade here. And, I'll probably play this, and I'm going to hope it hits, and I'll probably just Hero Power. Nice. So we basically negated that entire attack. It did 2 damage. I went ahead and preemptively attacked that, just so that if he decides to trade... it will die, because he can Hero Power down my 1/1s, and he may have Phantom Eyes or something too, right? So even if I had 2, there was a chance I didn't have a clean kill and had to use 2 5-drops. It's very unlikely for him to actually heal this back up in any way. Ow, that's actually really good. That's a great turn. Jeez Louise. So I did actually make that attack a little less. That was a good turn, dude. Not gonna lie. That was a sick turn. Probably have to trade. I don't actually have to, but I probably should trade that way just to take the power off the board. I'll probably just play my Eldritch Horror. He just used Crazed Alchemist. Is he gonna have a way to remove this? I don't know. If he assassinates, though, do I just lose the game? He'd have 4 mana left. Probably don't just lose the game and assassinate, because this is a good tempo play later. Nothing else really lines up. It's Archmage, Hero Power is not that good. Let's just try this and see what happens. That Crazy Alchemist was a sick play, but it does make this a little better. Problem with Eldritch Horror, and I said this in the draft in part 1, it's really hard to trade into a lot of little stuff. Like, it's going to take me forever, but I can just maybe start going face, honestly. Kind of engage in a race a little bit. I need a way to ping that. I can't even ping that down. I can't even ping that. That's so annoying. Paladin sucks. If I do this trade, he's going to do that trade anyway next turn. So I think about just going face. Loading up the board. With stuff. So now you start thinking about his health. He's going to have to trade. He can obviously trade Boom Boom, and this is still a 7/7, which sucks, but I don't know that he can kill everything. So we may just be able to kind of push him down. I think we have to, because I don't have any card draw. That's actually annoyingly good. Like, why do you draft that? That's not that good, though. Oh, take 2 with your face. Please, sir. Thank you. Is he gonna go face? There's no way. He's like thinking about this too much. I really need this to hit. Oh my gosh. Is he gonna send all those into this? Oh, he's going to kill this instead. That's actually pretty smart, because this theoretically stalls this out. But what if I get, True Silver Champion, though? Guardian of Kings is not good yet, but it probably will be very good soon. These are pretty sick minions to play, honestly. He's got another good set of trades, but still, it helps us keep up. I wish I had something more reactive that turn. He traded that pretty smart, actually. The taunt there was... Oh my god. We're not going to be able to keep up. We can't outplay these taunts like this. He's really relying on these taunts, man. It's working too, because I can't deal with them. It's really good. 2 taunts in a row. Divine Favor is literally the worst draw in my deck, so that's a thing. We kind of talked about this with Divine Favor, honestly. This goes to 3, which is decidedly better than 2. But I probably just, I don't know. I don't think I ever get through. We have a lot of health. Oh my god, is that a good draw or what? I never get to use my card, is what sucks. Jeez. See, he's still taking a risk. What if I get... Like, there's ways for me to get through this. What if I draw a Consecration? Oh, he's taking a big gamble, but I'm drawing dead, so it's working out for him. That's game. His taunts won him the game. 2 straight taunt draws that just totally disrupted my board. Really frustrating, honestly. Really frustrating. Substantially frustrating. A Silverback Patriarch basically won him the game. Legitimately. I mean, we drew dead too. We drew Divine Favor. What did we take instead? What were we thinking about taking instead of Divine Favor? Oh, Competitive Spirit. Wouldn't have helped either. Wouldn't have helped either, but that's what happens when you get the choice between Divine Favor and Competitive Spirit for your last card. That's the world you live in. Sucks. Okay, so that's going to do it for part 2 of the Prophet Paladin run, I think. Yeah, we're 3 and 2. So not great, but not bad. If we win a couple more games, it'll be a decent run. We'll consider it a success, given some of the bad choices that we were offered. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, game on.